Hi, everyone. Today we're talking about summarizing. What is summarizing? Well, we do it every day. When a friend asks you if you've seen a certain movie, you say, yes, I have. It was great. Oh, okay. What happened? What was the movie about? Or you tell your friend, I've just finished reading this great novel. Oh, really? What was it about? Okay. Or your friend misses your class. They were maybe sick and they want to know what did the teacher talk about? What did you learn in class yesterday? You're not going to tell them everything the teacher said. You're going to shorten it, summarize it. This is what we learned in class. This is what the teacher said. If you're a good student and you're listening and you're taking notes in class, you don't write down every single word the teacher says. You summarize. You write down the main points, the main ideas. Why would you need to learn how to write a summary? Okay, so we summarize every day in conversation, even very informally. If you were talking to your mom on the phone and you hang up the phone and your brother says, well, what did she say? And you want to tell your brother what your mom said on the phone. You're not going to say everything that your mom said. You will summarize, right? You will shorten it or abbreviate it. Okay. In writing, when we write a summary, we do it often in school. So if you're going to be studying, or you are studying now, your teacher often assigns you something to read, an article or chapter 3 in the textbook, or they may say watch a video and then summarize it. And they want to see, one, that you did the homework assignment, you read what you were supposed to read, or you watched what you were supposed to watch. And then two, did you understand it? Did you get the main ideas? Did you understand what was being said? Did you get the most important information? So teachers love students to write summaries. And this is what a test is usually about. You go to take a test, you have to read something, or you were watching the lectures, right? You were attending class, and now they're asking you questions where it's you're summarizing the information. If you're not in school, you might have to do it for your job. Your boss sends you to talk to a client and you have to report back, write a report, or even just write an email, what happened at the client meeting. They send you to a convention or a conference where you're meeting with other people and you're networking. You report back, what did you learn? What information did you gather? You conducted a survey, maybe a customer survey. You report back the results. So you often at work, you have to write a report. If you're working in the sciences or the medical field, you're conducting lab experiments, you're doing some research, you've got to write lab reports. You've got to write a research report, or a research study. So again, you're summarizing all that information. So it's a good thing to practice. It's a good thing to know how to do. So we're going to look at how to write very simple summaries, but what we learn here today can be expanded on for any number of applications or uses. Okay. So first thing, what am I summarizing? Okay. You will have an original source. Again, it could be a textbook, a novel, a lecture, a meeting, a presentation, an experiment, some study, but you have the original, right, information, and you read it. You are choosing what is the most important information? What are the main ideas? Right, and then you're presenting all of that information in a very shortened form. So number one, what you don't include is everything. There's no way that you're going to get all the information of a book down into some short summary, right? The longer the original work is, the longer your summary. So if you're summarizing a book or a film or even a whole lecture, it's going to be longer than if maybe you're just summarizing a newspaper article, an online news article, right? Which is going to be shorter. If your original source is very short, it's just, a very short news article, it's one little tiny paragraph, a few sentences, then there's no real reason to summarize it. It's very short already. So we're only summarizing these longer articles or longer works, okay? And the longer the original is, the longer your summary, or the shorter, okay? A good rule of thumb, I find, is for news articles, one paragraph will be at least one sentence. And let's look at why that is. So what are we summarizing today? We're going to look at an online news article. Okay. So this is from a university newspaper called the Vermilion. And we just kind of quickly scroll down and look at what we have. And we see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 paragraphs. Okay? And if you remember, why do we write in paragraphs, or what is a paragraph? Okay? Usually one paragraph will have one central main idea. So each one of these paragraphs, if this is a well-written article, should have one central idea. And then when the writer moves to a different idea, they'll start a new paragraph. So in your summary, you're only writing down the most important ideas. So a good general rule is that for every paragraph in the original article, you'll have at least one sentence in your summary. This is an 8-paragraph article. So the summary I would expect to be minimum at least 8 sentences long. Now we see that some paragraphs are longer than others. So this paragraph might have a lot of information in it. Maybe you need more than one sentence. If it's a little short paragraph, it might just be one short sentence. If you had maybe two or three short paragraphs, you may summarize all of those paragraphs into one sentence in the summary, because you're shortening everything. But again, a good general rule, students always ask me, how long should my summary be? If you have an 8-paragraph article, you should have at least 8 sentences in your summary. And again, that's a general rule. It could be 8, 9, 10, 7, maybe you're getting a little short, but it's somewhere around there. Okay? And it depends on how many ideas. Okay. So the first thing we want to kind of look at is what kind of article are we summarizing? This is a newspaper, so they have news articles, right? Or crime, student government. They have sports articles. If it's a regular news article, they're just presenting information. They say something happened, what happened, who was there, when, where, why, right? How. They have all those questions, and it's just information. Okay. If it's an opinion article like this is, then they will have some information in there, but the student that's writing this article is giving their opinion, and then they're going to give you all the reasons for their opinion. Okay, so this was under the opinion section, and we can see that they have a little notice here. The views expressed in the Vermilion's opinion pieces do not necessarily reflect those of the Vermilion staff or the University of Louisiana. This is an opinion article. Okay? So we're going to be looking for the student's opinion. What are they saying? And then what are the reasons they give for their opinion? Those are going to be that's what we want to look for in our summary. Okay? The title usually will give us the opinion. Okay, the title here, we see good work environments improve mental health. So the main idea of this article, the student's opinion, is that we can improve our mental health if we improve our work environment, right? So a couple of things that we need in our summary. We want, obviously, we want the title of the article that we're summarizing. We want the title of the newspaper or magazine or website where we got this article. So we have the title of the article. The title of the website is the Vermilion. We want to try to find the author's name. Here we have Christian James. Not every article you find on the internet has an author, and that's okay. But if there is an author, we want to include that information in our summary. Okay. And then again, you want that main idea. So you want the title of the article, where you found it, who wrote it, and then what is the main idea. In this case, it's an opinion article. So the main idea will be the author's opinion. Right? So let's look at a sample student summary of this article and see what they did. Okay. It's a short article. It's not very long. So you're going to have, a pretty short summary. So our summary here, it really doesn't need to be any more than one paragraph. Okay. If you need to go back and find a YouTube video about paragraph structure, please do so. But just to review for those that have learned it, the perfect paragraph looks like a burger or a sandwich, right? Got two pieces of bread and all the stuff in the middle. The top piece of bread, the top part of the bun, your first sentence, that's called your topic sentence. And again, it has the main idea. In this case, we're writing a summary. So you're going to have the main idea of whatever you're summarizing, the main idea of this article. And again, this is an opinion article, so then it'll be the opinion of the author. Okay. And then the last piece of bread, the last sentence, your concluding sentence, that bottom bun, right? Again, you're going to get whatever that main idea is. You're going to restate that opinion. Okay. And then all of this stuff in here, the cheese, the meat, the lettuce, all the stuff in the burger, those are my supporting details. Okay. And in a summary, those are, you're going to be giving me the most important details, or sometimes just the most interesting details from whatever you're summarizing from that news article. Okay. So the main idea is going to be here, is going to be an opinion. And then these details will be sort of the reasons for his opinion, the reasons why he believes that, the support he gives. You're giving details from the article that you're summarizing. Okay. We can look at the student summary. So this is an example summary. It's one paragraph. There are more than 8 sentences for sure, but again, if you have an 8-paragraph article, there should be at least 8 sentences. Okay. Let's go ahead and zoom in and look at what this student wrote. So what's the title? The title of the summary? Let's keep it very simple. Let your reader know that you're not writing your own ideas, you're not writing your own essay, you're just giving a summary. So go ahead and say summary of, and then what is the name of the thing you're summarizing? So that's the title of in this case, the title of the article. Okay. It's an online web article, so we're going to put it in quotation marks. if we were summarizing a whole book, right, it would be in italics. Okay. But if we were summarizing a film, it would be in italics. We are summarizing an article on a website, so we're going to put that in quotes. Okay, and there's the title. The topic sentence, that first sentence, our first piece of bread in our burger, we see, according to the Vermilion News article, good work environments improve mental health. Christian Jane's opinion is that mental health has a very strong connection to work environments. Okay, what did we get in that topic sentence? We got all the most important information. They told us the title. So we repeated the title of the article. They told me that where it was found. It was in the Vermilion. What is it? It's a news article. Okay, you could say opinion article. Okay, a newspaper article, an online article, web article, something like that. Okay, but they give me that it's an opinion here. Okay, so they let me know this is not some informative or information article. This is an opinion article. So we have the word opinion right in that topic sentence. And whose opinion, right? They give me the name of the author. Okay? So we've got the name of the author, the name of the article, the source, where we found it, and what kind of, is it a news article? Is it a novel? Is it a movie? Is it a TV show? Is it a lecture? Is it a speech? The president gave a speech and you're summarizing it. What is it? Okay, here we have the word opinion. This is an opinion. And then what his opinion is. So again, they give me the main idea of the article. Okay. That is what you need in your topic sentence. Okay, so those are, you have your 4 things you need. Title of the article, the title of the source, the author's name, the main idea. That's what you want in the topic sentence of your sentence. And then we're going to scooch through just very quickly and see that the student, again, is not going to include every detail, every piece of information from the article. You can't. That wouldn't be a summary anymore. I could just go read if I'm going to read everything, I'm going to go to the Vermilion and go read the original article. I don't want to know everything. I just want to know, like, what's the most important information or what's the most interesting information. Okay. So if he's giving me an opinion, then he's probably going to give me the reasons for his opinion. So we want to organize that with our transitions. You're going to say first, and they're going to give you the author's first argument. Okay. And then we can see we get down to his second reason for his opinion. Okay. And then they're giving me some examples from the article. And then we get down furthermore, the last. Okay. So in this article, the author gave he talked about 3 main reasons for his opinion. Okay. In the summary, we really want to organize it. We follow the same organization of the original. We don't want to put things out of order. Just follow how the author gave the information in the original. Give some clear transition words, some clear signal to the reader. First, second, furthermore, you could say one reason for his opinion, another reason for his opinion, finally, or lastly. Okay. First, second, third, next. Okay. Give some, use those transition words to organize. Okay. And then we get down to our concluding sentence, or in this case, our 2. We have 2 sentences here giving the conclusion. Okay. The conclusion will look very similar to the topic sentence. Again, it's that piece of bread on the bottom of my burger. Okay. In sum, the author argues that we should not spend our lives to do work that we do not like. Okay. Again, he's arguing. What is his argument? What is his opinion? He believes, in his opinion, he believes that work is necessary for humans, but it is not a good reason to harm your health and life. Please notice that in this concluding sentence, we give the author's conclusion. Okay? You are not giving your own conclusion when you write a summary. You're giving the conclusion of the author in the original paper, original article. Okay? So if we look, where's, our author was Christian James. What was Christian James' conclusion? Okay. We don't put your conclusion, don't put your idea, don't put your opinion. We don't need that. We want to know what was, we're summarizing this article. What was Christian James? Okay. And the conclusion is probably in the last paragraph or the last two paragraphs. It'll be at the end. So you're summarizing Christian James' conclusion into your conclusion. You're summarizing that last paragraph or maybe the last two paragraphs, and you're putting that into one or two sentences. Okay. Nowhere in a summary should you put your own ideas, your own opinions. Okay. That's no place in a summary. So you don't want to say something like, I think, I believe, I agree, or I disagree. That's not what a summary is for. That would be a totally different assignment. The teacher says, I want you to read this and then give me your opinion. Read this and tell me what you think. That's a totally different assignment. This is the teacher saying, read this news article or read this opinion article and summarize it. Just tell me what the author said, okay? Again, our author is Christian James. So everything in your summary should be, what did Christian James write? What does Christian James think? What does Christian James believe? Nowhere in the summary do you put your own thoughts and opinions. It'll all be what the author said, what the author thinks, what the author believes. Okay? The last thing you need to know is that you really, really, really do not want to copy the text from the original article. You want to write everything in your own words. Okay? It's very easy now with the internet and with computers to copy and paste. You're on the website, you highlight the text, you copy it, you bring it over to Microsoft Word or whatever Apple word processing program you're using, and you paste it. Absolutely do not do that. Avoid doing that. That is plagiarism. You're going to get into a lot of big trouble. If you're a student, and you get caught, they might give you a 0. They'll throw out your assignment. They may fail you. You may fail the course. They may kick you out of the school. Okay. If it's for work and you're on the job and you get caught, that's still plagiarism. It's theft. It's stealing someone else's ideas, words, presenting it as your own. It can get you in a lot of trouble. You'll get fired, lose your job, or you'll just lose your reputation. People won't trust you anymore. They won't believe you because you committed intellectual property theft. Okay? So we don't want to copy paste. Okay? You want to summarize in your own words. If for some reason you must, or you feel it's important to include the author's, some text from the original, you can always quote. And we see an example of that here where the student included some words here. This is text that was copy and pasted directly from the original article. They let me know that it was copy and pasted because they put it in quotation marks. So that's letting me know that that was copied, okay? The student did not write that. That was written in the original article. We want to use this very little. Ideally, you're not doing it at all. You write the whole summary in your own words. If you feel strongly that you must include a direct quote, you can put in quotes. Make sure it's short. It's one sentence or just maybe a piece of a sentence. We don't want to quote and have a really long quote from the original, because again, then that's not summarizing. That's just copying, okay? So we don't want to copy unless we absolutely have to, okay? Write everything in your own words. Okay? All right. And again, as you're going through and you're trying to decide, what goes in the summary, what doesn't. Again, you want to read through each paragraph and decide what is kind of the main idea of that paragraph. That's going to be one sentence, at least one sentence, right? And then you read the next paragraph. What is the main idea of this second paragraph? And that'll be another sentence. And you read through and try to find what is the main idea of each paragraph. Okay? If the summary gives you 3 examples, you're not going to give all 3 examples in your summary, right? So that the original gives you 3 examples, you might just give 2 or maybe even just 1. You pick which of those 3 examples is the most important, and you put that in your summary. If they're equally important, then which one of those 3 examples seems the most interesting, and you put that in your article. And so you're not going to get all that information there. You're going to shorten, abbreviate. You're going to leave a lot of stuff out. Okay, but as long as you get the main ideas, you're doing good. Okay? If you have any questions whatsoever, please leave a comment on this video. Thanks for watching.